You know,
It's very, very important.
it is very important. However, Dushyant Dave, there will be those who will argue that when the right to dissent, and I'm playing devil's advocate here, when the right to dissent leads to subsequent violence, can it be treated as a normal case of dissent against the state? This is the argument the police made in this case, saying this is a conspiracy, that it was their ideology, their belief system, their decision to go on the street that eventually resulted in the riots that took place in February 2020. And therefore, right to dissent per se may not amount to may not amount to an offense under UAPA, but when it leads to rioting, the police had claimed, then it comes under UAPA. It's a conspiracy. How do you respond, Mr. Dave?
Rajdeep, we must understand one thing. We have a judiciary. I'm part of that judiciary. We have a supposedly rule of law, but we have become a police state long ago. It's not just that the BJP government is abusing UAPA. Congress government equally abused POTA and arrested thousands of people who were clearly unwarranted arrests. Illegal arrest in this country is extraordinarily common. Thousands are languishing because of illegal arrest. And never is any action taken against a policeman for those arrests, or for a public prosecutor to oppose the release, or against the judges who refuse to grant bail or quash these false prosecutions against innocent citizens. In fact, many of these judges are rewarded with promotions to high courts and Supreme Court, I must say regretfully. Having said that, let me say one thing, that only yesterday the Prime Minister spoke at the G7 summit and said that we must all oppose authoritarianism and extremism. What is this? Is this country not facing authoritarianism? If Delhi police really wants to substantiate the charge of unlawful activity or terrorism against these youngsters, I think the first thing that Delhi police should ask themselves, why is it they did not charge the BJP leaders like Piyush Goyal or Kapil Mishra and others who made the most seditious statements which led to violence
Anurag
and deaths.
Thakur, not Piyush Goyal. Let's be Anurag Thakur had made a statement.
Piyush Goyal. Oh, sorry, even Piyush Goyal. I disagree with you, Mr. Rajdeep Sardesai. Anurag Thakur, Kapil Mishra and Piyush Goyal, all three made seditious statements, to my mind. And Delhi police, it's a disgrace to their uniform that it has singularly ignored it. I am also shocked that none of the judges in the course of these trials, in the course of these bail hearings, have even bothered to look at those statements and ask the police that if you are not taking action against these powerful people, why pick up these innocent citizens? So, it is a very serious. Yes, today's judgment is a fantastic, I would say, it's a welcome judgment, but it reiterates the legal position which Supreme Court has settled for almost 75 years. But the difficulty is the same judiciary refuses to follow and picks up selectively, these pronouncements of the Supreme Court to grant relief from time to time. So journalists get bail within no time, in 24 hours in Supreme Court. Large number of people are being driven away by Supreme Court saying go to trial court and seek bail in completely bogus cases. So I think
you raise
judgment.
You raise a number of issues, Mr. Dave, which I will get even Justice Gupta to respond to. I wait to know